Thank you for inviting me.
Did I say your name correct?
Yes, yes, you did very well.
All right, so start off, can you tell us about your background and what motivated you to enter politics and run for the presidency?
A Tunisian woman who has a dream for her country that she shares with millions of Tunisians, which is a free country, free people who are also, who live in prosperity and who can pursue their dream and their happiness, which is a God-given right in our view. I'm an engineer by training, have had many experiences, an entrepreneur, inventor, a teacher, a businesswoman, and many other things. I was the former CEO of the national airline, tried to reform it. That turned out to not work well, which led me to enter politics officially, actually, after which I founded the Third Republic Party, which is a party focused on the principles and the values of freedom, justice, and growth, which is in our core belief, growth is our generation's right. And after that, the things, you keep growing, you keep working, and you end up becoming a presidential candidate in the upcoming.
Here you are.
And here I am.
Your elections are in November this year, correct?
Start in September.
Start in September.
Yes.
Okay. So what are some of the pressing issues? We talked about how Tunisia was at the epicenter of the Jasmine Revolution.
Yes.
And for the longest time, it has been like the beacon of North Africa for democracy.
Yes.
What would you say are some of the pressing issues right now, currently in Tunisia, as you head into these elections?
Yes. The slogan of the revolution in 2011 that people chanted in the street was شغل حرية كرامة وطنية, which meant employment, freedom, dignity. We worked on the freedom, we worked on the dignity, we forgot the employment. And that's why we're here today in Tunisia, and that's what I'm working on, which is what you said, the pressing issue is economy, economy, economy. Because had Tunisians and the young people of Tunisia and women and men alike found the right jobs, the opportunities, the well-paid jobs, because when you're an engineer in Tunisia who is very well educated, and if you immigrate to any European country, your salary would be 10 times what you would get in Tunisia, a country that is literally 30 minutes away from Europe, basically a neighbor in the Mediterranean Sea. That's what creates the challenge to Tunisians for them to live their lives in prosperity and freedom in Tunisia. So the pressing issue is economy, economy, economy. And of course, this particular issue gets complicated with the political environment, with the social, requirements. And so it creates this complex situation, which we're proposing to solve through a very well-structured and well-organized and well-defined path.
What would you say has been the lasting impression or impact of the Jasmine Revolution?
A woman like me sitting here in front of you. That's the lasting impact. President Reagan says freedom is one generation away from extinction. The Jasmine Revolution happened in 2011. We're still within the one generation that did that revolution, and I'm a product of that. So the number one thing which is there is that the freedom that Tunisians actually started, the spark of freedom is living within us. And we're a generation that is now ready to lead that freedom and actually make it real and materialize it and institutionalize it so that we can create the opportunities and we live our dreams in Tunisia. I was an immigrant, for a very long time, and immigration is part of who I am. So I'm always supportive of people's, it's a hard decision to immigrate so that you can pursue your dream. And so one of the very thing that is dear to me, which is connected to what the revolution is all about, is this hope millions of Tunisians have all over the world who are part of the diaspora to go back to Tunisia, to live in Tunisia, to create in Tunisia, to thrive in Tunisia, and for Tunisia to become the place for what we call the safe harbor of North Africa.
Now, we're talking about earlier about the gender parity law that was enshrined, I think, in the 2014 Constitution, if I'm not mistaken, but that we've seen those reforms rolled back by the current administration. What, in your view, are some of the things that need to be done, or what will you do to kind of get back to that level where women feel represented fully in the political process?
It's unfortunate that the new constitutional path we've taken and the new governance system that's been installed, the biggest loser of the new system are women. It's quite unfortunate. But maybe that's what makes actually, of the top 4 presidential candidates in the voter intention polls, 2 are women, which tells you that despite the change or the backsliding in terms of women political participation, the Tunisian people still see female leadership as a serious alternative to what the country needs right now, which is economic reform, a path to reconciliation, and a positive hope given to our youth and to our people. What I will do, I would say, looking at, there are many ways to help, and there are people who, of course, besides establishing the governance system and re-establishing those assets that Tunisian women used to have when it comes to the parity in the representation. What I can tell you is that Tunisian women today, like men, but women feel it more, they struggle with money. Financial freedom, financial inclusivity, access to jobs. A lot of women in Tunisia, a large percentage of the informal economy workers are women. So these are women who work that are underpaid, that don't have any type of security, no contracting, and it's kind of that's the working in darkness is what's hurting them the most. So one of the key reforms I'm working on is the integration of the informal economy, which exceeded now 50% of the formal economy, is integrating it and creating a path to integration into the formal economy by reforming the overall system and putting Tunisia on a path to economic freedom. And economic freedom is a very well-defined concept. By now, we know in the world, whether in the other African countries who are inspiring to Tunisia, but also many other countries, we know what it takes to actually take a country and unlock growth and bring it back to economic freedom and make it an environment where you can create opportunities for women. So it's something that is dear to me, is financial empowerment to women, so that they can actually be and choose to be who they want to be.
Right. Olfa Hamdi, thank you so much for taking time to come and chat with us, and good luck in the next elections.
Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we come to the end of our show today. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at VOA Africa and VOA Upfront. Let's connect again next time. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. Have a great week, everyone.